first you don't succeed. Give it another crack. That's what Coca-Cola is doing with one of its failed products.
In 2006, Coke Black went on sale. It's a coffee-flavoured version of the real thing, but it flopped and was cancelled 2 years later. Now, Black is back, this time with more coffee added, just in case we need it anymore. Coke says we are now ready for it, thanks to our evolving palates.
Our Masters of Spin are here, advertising experts, Matthew Bywater and Adam Ferrier. Welcome to you both. Matt, why re-release it now?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing for Coke to do. This is part of their kind of test and learn strategy. You've seen it with their machines, their freestyle machines they have where you can mix your own drinks, where you put raspberry and Coke or Sprite and Coke together. And they're using that to gather data to see what our taste palates are actually evolving into. So it's an interesting thing, particularly in light of the fact that their sugary drinks are actually really struggling at the moment. It's their no-calorie drinks that are moving a lot. And Coke really hasn't done something big, probably since Adam's Coke Zero movement campaign he did a number of years ago. So they've got to try something here.
Adam, Australia was a test market for Coke coffee. Now it's going to 25 other countries by the end of the year and possibly the US even next year. Why put it in Australia first?
Well, I think Australia pick up on trends very, very quickly. We had the launch of Coke Zero in Australia, which then went globally. So they maybe just want to replicate the success of that particular product. There's also a saying that being early feels a lot like being wrong. And so I think before they were just a little bit ahead of their time. Functional beverages have really taken off now. So when people have a drink, they don't just want to be refreshed. They want to be refreshed plus have some kind of added benefit. So hopefully the caffeine does that. And they put more caffeine in, which is probably a good idea. So I reckon this is going to work really well for them.
Functional beverage. Is that like water quenching your thirst?
No, it's water plus something else.
Okay.
It's marketing.
Water plus ice.
Water plus marketing.
Quenching your thirst coldly. Exactly. Okay, moving on. Australian Border Force has just launched a new campaign across Asia. Now, this coincides with the recent interception of asylum seeker boats from Sri Lanka.
Following the recent Australian election, the Prime Minister directed me to stop all people smuggling boats that try to travel to Australia illegally. I will do exactly that. If you attempt an illegal boat journey to Australia, you will be stopped and turned back. Our borders are as strong as ever. You have zero chance of success.
Matt, what do you think? Are people smugglers watching that?
Well, not yet. It's only just launched, and with the views on, depending which language they're in, they're actually quite small. I think the Tamil language is the largest with about 5,000 or 6,000 views, so it's only just starting. But these are a hard one to do because you can be very clear and concise in these type of commercials because they are not meant for us. They're meant for people of different languages where English is not their first or even might not even have English as a language. So it needs to be translated into other languages in a form that they can understand. So it has to be very clear, concise, short and sharp.
It's just not very good communication. So this guy's meant to be tough, enforcing, scary, stay out of here. And he's just not very good at communicating that. He's just not great talent for that particular role. So I don't know why they had to go with the leader of the ADF. Nobody will necessarily know who he is overseas. So I think it should have just been cast a little bit more appropriately.
Right.
All right, gentlemen, let's get to the big one, what they're calling EDCHUP, Ed Sherrins EDCHUP. The Heinz company has released a tomato sauce named after the singing star, but big fans of Ed will know it's not such a bizarre fit because Ed loves tomato sauce so much he even has it tattooed on his arm. Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, but Ed Sheeran's not hard up on cash. This would have cost Heinz, well, a fair bit.
I think this would have cost Heinz between zero and a few £1 million. But there is a chance that Ed could have just done this to be a bit wacky and crazy. He's got a tattoo of the brand on his arm. He's loved it for years. And it could just be a cool, quirky kind of thing that there was just a kind of nice value exchange. I'd like to think so, but he was probably paid a couple of £1 million.
Matt, what do you reckon? Yeah, he's not hard up for cash, though, is he?
No, he's certainly not hard up for cash, but this is authentic because he was a fan of Heinz and quite a vocal one for many, many years. So whether he's getting paid for it or he's getting some sort of royalty, which I imagine if his managers have anything to do with it, he probably is, or just the fact that it's just an extension of him. Like people get to see another side of him. And one of the things about Ed Sheeran is why he's so popular. He's just a really real person.
Yeah.
And in the world of some celebrities these days, there's a lot of fakeness around it. He's such a genuine guy.
Yep, who doesn't like tomato sauce?
Quite a condimental collaboration.
There it is. fourth dad joke of the morning.
was the third.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Matt. Don't go anywhere. Weekend Sunrise will be back in just a moment.